Continue. Welcome. So this is basically a reminder of the bodhicitta, reminder of Dharmadhatu, the true nature of yourself, the proliferating Buddha nature, and natural Buddha nature, the two Buddha natures inside. And how to activate that is through the wisdom of emptiness and bodhicitta. Okay, so this is a reminder of that. Okay, we are on day 39. 39. In dependence upon sound and ear, pure consciousness comes forth. Pure consciousness meaning the consciousness of the ear consciousness. Ear consciousness comes forth, or it arises. All three Dharmadhatu without signs. Without signs meaning, so all these three in the expanse of the ultimate reality. So it's oftentimes described that when the ultimate reality, the final reality of all phenomena, there's no distinction. So which means the final reality, I'm not saying that they're one. I'm not saying this. Not saying this. So these are the nuances. The final reality of all phenomena, there's no distinction. Oftentimes is described as one taste. One taste. The Dharmadhatu of all phenomena. All three Dharmadhatu, meaning the ultimate reality of the smell, the ear consciousness, and the nose consciousness, and the nose sense power. In the phase of the ultimate analysis, they are without signs. Signs we already explained. Linked with thought, this will be heard. So it is only through the thought process, conceptualization, that we hear something, right? Actually, if we analyze what we heard, is also illusion. I wouldn't say illusion-like, right? What we heard is also illusion-like. You getting it? Okay, this is what we did last time. I would like to do it quickly here. Let's say, for example, what we heard. Did you hear that? Do you hear what I'm saying now?
Yes.
What I'm saying is each one of us, we have Dharmadhatu. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
What did I say? Are you sure? Are you sure that you heard something? Okay. So let's say that it is your ear creating something, and then you think that you heard it, or it came from my mouth. Huh? Huh?
Subjective, it's not objective.
No, how did it appear to you?
Objective.
Objectively, all just really what I'm saying, right? Okay. So for this, so what we're going to do now is going to be helpful in relation to your, say, the meditation on the emptiness of the mind, meditation emptiness of your stress, meditation emptiness of the depression, meditation emptiness of the fear, anxiety, pain, and so forth. Okay, let's say that what did I say?
Emptiness of the stress, depression, meditation.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said that the word. Each one of us, we have the Dharmadhatu. This is what I said. This is what I said, right? I asked you to remember it. I did not say that other things to remember. I said this is to be remembered. Okay, let's see. David is one. Each one of us have each one of us have Buddha, Dharma, Dharmadhatu. Each one of us has or have, what is the proper English? Has Dharmadhatu. Okay. So imagine that they are all so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. None of them are in a box. Right? And all of us, Shahala made us work so hard under the scorching sun. Right? And then we are very tired, hungry, thirsty. And Shahala finally started to give something. And then you also heard that in this box there was somebody there. From the sound of the box, you could see that, you can sense that there's a person there. And you're worried about that person. You banged at the box and asked, hey, how are you? Or the rest of you asked this question?
How are you?
Oh, no, not how are you. Okay. Okay, who are you? Right? Or who are you? Or they say something. Say something. Are you a human being? What's the answer? No. Age.
One of us has
Hey.
Two.
Okay, let's say this again. They're not too professional. Let's make it professional.
Each.
one of us has
Two.
What did you hear? Each one of us has Dharmadhatu. It's very inspiring to hear, right? Okay, so then what you do is that you just open the box and you will see the people there. Wow, you are the one who said each one was supposed to put Dharmadhatu. No, I didn't say. I just said two. And then, Da. You must have said it. I just said Ma. No. Huh? Oh, you didn't say that each one of us has Dharmadhatu? You?
has
Huh?
has
I see. Then there. Nobody said it. Right? Okay, so because that nobody said it, so you become little, what little?
Stress.
Not stressed. No. Oh, a little puzzled. Right? What, I heard it. No, something, am I hallucinating? Then again you banged up the box and you asked, hey, say something.
us has
Two.
Again you heard it and you checked with Tamila. Tamila, did you hear the same thing? Yes. And what did you hear?
Each one of us has Dharmadhatu.
Okay. And then Shahala, you heard it? Sibila, you heard it? What did you hear?
Each one of us has Dharmadhatu.
Okay, which means that I'm not hallucinating. That's very true. Again, you come in, you ask, did you say this? Did you say this? Did you say this? Nobody said it. Right? Okay. So there, you undeniably heard that somebody said that each one of us has Dharmadhatu. But nobody said it. Nobody said it. When you go to its object, nobody said it. But you subjectively you heard it. You heard it. Your mind heard it. Your ear, consciousness heard it. So what you heard is not really from the object. When you go to this object, nobody said it. So this is how the mind picks up all this information, put them together, and then create your own the appearance of the sentence. Each one of us has the Dharmadhatu. That's it. From the object, nobody said it. You're getting this is the meaning of, let's say, the linked with thought. This would be heard. This is how our thought process, our thought combined all this together, and we give us the impression that somebody said each one of us has the Dharmadhatu. Okay. Now apply this to the smell. Apply this to all the other the five sense objects, senses, and the consciousnesses, sense consciousnesses. 14. Smelling in dependence upon nose and smell is an example of the lack of form. Only by dependence of these things, then the phenomena that the act of you having smelled something comes into being. There's nothing really objective there, nothing independent there. Likewise, it is notice consciousness that Dharmadhatu is given thought to. So what really is there is the emptiness of the sun, emptiness of the smell, emptiness of the ear consciousness. right? There's nothing as a sign as the ear, the sound, and the smell, and so forth. It's just the Dharmadhatu. Dharmadhatu in the form of, as I said earlier, if one really experiences this emptiness, we see that emptiness, all phenomena, they are of the same taste. You're getting it? Same taste. It's not that one emptiness is scattered in the north, then emptiness is south. No. So it's just a matter of how we conceptualize on the basis of the physicalities, which are also conceptually imputed.
We mentioned earlier the gravity. So there are still laws upon which the reality
Operates.
Yes, and we see the gravity and it's consistential every time.
Yes, the gravity is.
Not only me, everyone sees it.
Yes. Everybody sees it. That's true.
We sent a spaceship to the moon.
Yes.
You see the exact place when it's crashed.
That's true. That's true.
So you say that it's only the perception
Yes.
of everybody.
Yes.
How do you explain that?
How do you explain the
law
precision? The precision of the law of gravity, right? Okay, that's true. So this question, okay, in fact, so this question actually already answered to the Shosh question, right? But when these questions are bothering you, means that you are actually thinking, which is so precious. You are actually thinking. Something's bothering you. There is something there. It's not about the mind manipulation. Something is there, right? Like the gravity. What's your name?
Sound, Ola.
Ola, how Ola is saying, feeling. When I was like aged, I think 20 or 21. When I was aged 21, a similar question was bothering me terribly. Right? I learned about, not really learned as such, it's my own inquisitiveness to ask what is emptiness, what is emptiness, what is emptiness. Although my studies of emptiness will come only after about 8 or 9 years, but since then, very early, just the deep entry into the monastery, I was just inquiring about emptiness all the time. And I'm so lucky to have met with my teacher, one of my teachers, Venerable Geshe, and very fortunate that he was so kind to share whatever questions that I asked about emptiness. He was so kind to share the studies, experiences. Very fortunate. So every Sunday. So here in Israel, it's like Saturday. So what is Saturday for you is Sunday day in India. So every Sunday, most Sundays I had to go to translate for my teacher, Venerable Geshe, for his students, the Western students. So sometimes I really have to rush there. Usually it would take like 1 hour if you just walk to a brisk walk or like this, you can take like 1 hour. Otherwise, leisure may take like 1.5 hours. So me being very young and that I had to reach in time, and because the prayers in the monastery was not getting finished, so then I was squeezed between these two things: the translation, the work there, and then the time of the finishing. I was so hard to rush, and so it was a little taxing for me, a little stress. So there I would think the way Ola was thinking, that if everything is coming from your mind, why should I really worry about having to go there? I can imagine that I'm there. And somebody who's there, who wants to come to the town to do some shopping, he or she can think that I'm in the shopping place there, and two of us will switch. But it's not happening. I have to go there. Right? So how come that things are coming from your mind? If something is there. Then another thought that came to me was, if I fall from a house, and they say if I'm unaware of the ground there, my mind is not imputing the ground. right? So I can fall, it should not be pain, but it'll hit. And I'll die, or I'll be injured, right? Even though my mind does not impute the ground there, still there's the ground there, real ground there. But all these questions were bothering. So if such questions bother you, means you are thinking. That is so precious. Only when you think, and these questions bother, the questions which bother you, they are going to be your key to understand emptiness. You getting it? So therefore, like this, so how the gravity, which is so real there, whether you think about it, not think about it, the gravity is there, right? It's on the base of, because of this gravity, that when the aeroplanes, they have to use so much of fuel to go against the gravity. And the rockets, they have to use special, the fuel to, escape velocity, to reach the escape velocity, right? So therefore, the gravity is there, so real there. Okay, so the answer is gravity is there, right? Gravity, which has a greater gravity? This slit has a gravity?
Yes.
Israel has a gravity?
Yes.
Planet Earth has a gravity?
Yes.
Solar system has a gravity? Yes. Which has the greatest gravity?
Solar.
Solar system with respect to the slit. Okay. So this solar system, or let's say planet Earth. Planet Earth is nothing other than the object which is constituted of billions of small things like this. Do you agree with me? Each of these small things, small items, they have their own small gravities. All these gravities come together, our mind creates a sense of a big gravity. Right? So to eject from this, to come out of this gravity, we don't have to use any energy, or we don't have to use any, the fuel to get out of this. But to get out of the earth, we need the tremendous amount of energy, fuel, to get out of this earth, because of the gravity pull. So even this gravity pull, which is enormous energy, enormous pull, the gravity pull. So this is something which a mind constructs on the basis of the combination of many small gravities. You getting it? There's no one gravity to say that this is a gravity which pulls the earth, which pulls the moon. Yes. Huh?
So there is a small gravity.
Yes, there's a small gravity. Even this small gravity, the gravity of lead. This gravity of lead is also made of gravity of atoms. Even the gravity of atoms are also made of the gravity of electrons. You getting it? So you keep going like this. You cannot pinpoint any object to say that this is the final, this is the ultimate. If you can pinpoint to such an ultimate object, that becomes the object of existence. But such a thing never existed. You're getting it? This is how we have to explore. So the thing is that we don't explore gravity. Why gravity? Till Newton came? Okay, that's not really true. But what we say is that the gravity was discovered by Newton. But that's not really. Newton came which year? How many years? 300 years something. 300 something years. Right? But one time I read the Acharya Deva's text. Arya Deva, which exists of 1,000 years ago. No, the 1st century AD, 100 AD, which is how many years? 2,000 years ago. It's not 300. 2,000 years ago. I was so fascinated. I read it because that I'm already exposed to the science, study of science. I know about gravity and so forth. I read it and he said that why the water flows only down, not up. Why the fire, it burns, the fire, the flame only goes up, not down. Why the water goes down, not up. Why the water doesn't go down, why the water doesn't flow up instead down, is because of the pull of the earth. This is what he said. He already said it 2,000 years ago.
Sound goes up.
No, what I'm saying is that, okay, don't ask me about the balloon, where does it go? The aeroplane, not necessarily go with everything. Just one or two things is good enough. But if you said, let's keep it there. If you want to keep it add, you can add later. right? So what I'm talking about, what he said, this is what he said. So what he said is that the water flows down, not up, because of the pull of the earth. Amazing, right? And the Newton, apple fell. Oh, the apple must have pulled by the earth, and then wow, he discovered the gravity. It's already said by Arideva. I read the book. It's already there 2,000 years ago. But anyway, this is just for information. So what I'm saying, somebody discovered it, and then with gravity, as though like there's a solid objective, pull there, very dangerous. There's nothing dangerous there. It's just small bits of the gravity of all the objects combined together, which is a big thing. You getting it?
So you're saying like if we go to every phenomenon, we like take it to parts?
Exactly. Okay. So what I would suggest is study more, right? Study more. Meanwhile, the thought that comes to you is so precious. It's so precious. Study more, and then see if these thoughts that you originally have, original thoughts that you have, these thoughts, if with the studies and reflection, see, eventually you come to get the answer. Okay, so earlier I used to think like this, now I realize even that is simply also coming from a mind, which earlier seemed to be so objective real, but now I can understand that it's coming from a mind. It's for this reason that emptiness concept, it is advised not to teach so easily, because it can shock people. It can shock people, and it can mislead people, or it can give the wrong understanding of emptiness, right? But what I would say is that how you are thinking, that is very precious. But I suggest you to continue the search, continue the inquiry. You have to study more. You will get there. Okay, now, how many sessions we have now?
This one half an hour, and then tomorrow's in the afternoon.
Okay, so if you have questions, right, we will give you a time later on. First we'll finish this. Okay. 41. The nature of the tongue is emptiness. Now is about the taste. The nature of the tongue is emptiness. Elements of taste is void. Being the Dharmadhatu's nature, consciousness is devoid of biting. Meaning, when subject to ultimate analysis, we see that the tongue, the taste, and the consciousness, all three are empty. 42. From the nature of the body, now the tactility, the body. From the nature of the body pure, and the characteristics of the tangible conditions, meaning the tangible objects, the tactility. What is free from such conditions is referred to as the Dharmadhatu. So when subject these three things to the ultimate analysis, we see the Dharmadhatu of that. 43. Once conception and its analysis are abandoned, one's conceptions and its analysis are abandoned with regard to phenomena where the mind is principle. Okay, let's say that the water or the mug we see as the mug makes sense of the mug to which mind? Ultimate analysis or conventional analysis? Makes sense of the mug to the conventional analysis. So the conventional analysis is your mind. Your mind, which mind, like the naked eyes and so forth, the conventional mind. So to this mind it makes sense, which means there's a perception taking place, appearance of the mug taking place. So in a way, the mug is the radiance of your mind. Your mind starts to have the appearance of a mug, starts to have the appearance of Israel, starts to have the appearance of the clubhouse, starts to have the appearance of Dhamma friends of Israel, and so forth. All these appearances come into being. So therefore, all these phenomena which we interact, they are nothing but the radiance of your own mind, which we learned yesterday, right? Once conception and its analysis are abandoned, now this mind, which is seeing all these things, if this mind dissolves, then what happened? Once conception, these minds, and its analysis, what is this? Analysis? Conventional analysis, we dissolve this, abandoned, with regard to phenomena where the mind is principle, then what happens? What is left is the Dharmadhatu, or the emptiness of all phenomena is left. Right? Okay, so from this what we learn is that the mind is the principle. The mind is the main. The mind is one which makes all other things to come into existence. The mug is a bunch of atoms. The mind makes it appear as a mug. And even the atoms are made of electrons, protons, neutrons. Mind makes them to appear as atoms, like this. Once conception and analysis are abandoned with regard to phenomena where the mind is principle, it is the very lack of the nature of the phenomena. Lack of nature of phenomena means the emptiness nature. Emptiness nature that you should meditate upon as Dharmadhatu. What is finally left there is the ultimate expanse. Ultimate expanse, the Dharmadhatu is left. What you see and hear and smell, what you taste and touch, now the more like the summary, the 6 objects. What you see as the object, hear, and as a sound, smell, what you taste, and the touch, tactility, phenomena, the object of the mental consciousness as well. Once yogins realize, yogin, yoga, yogi. Yogi means the realized, the beings. So yogi has a connotation, a very common connotation, which is somebody who does, exercise and so forth, and somebody who does in some cases, most commonly, somebody who does some kind of meditation and lives the secluded life. We call them as a yogi. The real yogi is somebody who realizes emptiness. The real yogi is somebody who realizes emptiness, the Dharmadhatu. Okay, once yogins realize them in this way, their characteristics are complete. So the yogins, what they realize is that they appear as different forms. They're different forms, but what is really there is the Dharmadhatu. For example, let's say in a shop. In a shop, if you go there, you will see various things, the flowers, then the different statues, the statues of the statue of a flower, statue of a house, the beautiful, the dolls, the demons, and so forth. So many statues are there, right? Oh, there are different statues. And then they say if all these statues they are made of diamonds, the diamond expert will not see the statues, will only see the diamond. Right? Will only say, wow, these are all just diamonds. Even the demons is also nothing but made of diamonds, right? What we call is somebody who is so cynical, who is so nasty and so forth. It's also a bunch of atoms. I know the atom is nasty. Even the mind, even his or her mind, right? I want to destroy the earth. I want to destroy the earth. Again, it's made of these components. None of the components says that I want to destroy the earth. It's our mind which combines all them together and see that, oh, this person wants to destroy the earth, we should be careful. Oh, it's operating on the conventional level. On the ultimate domain, there's nothing, who's nasty, not nasty, and so forth. This is what transcends good and bad. Transcending good and bad is a transcendental good. Now, it's not that there's no good, there's no bad. Good is there. Which good? Not the mundane good, not conventional good. The good, the transcendental good is there. What transcends the good and bad is the transcendental good. This is the ultimate. Okay. 45. Eyes and ears and also nose. Now, the 6 objects are done. Now the 6 mediums. 6 mediums, eyes, ears, and also nose. Tongue and body and the mind as well. The 6 sources. 6 sources meaning the 6 sense sources. The mediums, fully pure. See, in the ultimate analysis, they're so pure, there's no impurity there. In the ultimate analysis, this is truly reality's own nature. So when you subject this to ultimate analysis, you see that even these 6 sources, they do not have any impurities or imperfection there. That's the true reality of these 6 sources. Now the next consciousness, 46. Mind as such is seen as 2. So this consciousness, we see the consciousness that we have is seen as 2. Okay. worldly and beyond the world. Worldly meaning that, oh, this is nice, this is not nice, now today is very hot, no, today is relatively more cool as compared to yesterday. All these are worldly, the thought processes. And the other one is beyond world, meaning